All right. Hey, you're welcome to Kinda Creepy. This is how we're starting. No one knows what happened, why we're laughing, but things happen sometimes. There was a whole discussion about nachos and what does or does not constitute a movie theater nacho.
Yeah.
Wait, leave us a comment. What's your favorite movie theater snack? Drop it down in the comments. Well, everybody's gonna say popcorn except for me. Popcorn is not. I will eat a little bit of popcorn from like I get it for my kids or my wife likes it. I'll reach over and eat a couple handfuls, but I'm not a huge popcorn guy. I like it. It's just I don't know. But I was telling you, Matt, I like getting peanut M&Ms and a handful of popcorn.
Yeah.
It's delicious. My favorite movie theater snack is and probably even though I hardly ever get them or at the theater, my favorite has always been Twizzlers.
Oh yeah. Like
I like
we get Twizzlers all the time. And you put it through your drink cup and then you drink
you can
drink
yeah.
through it. Just bite the ends off of it.
My
It's
wife
the
and I
best.
have the argument all the time because she's a red vine person and I prefer Twizzlers. I'll eat either,
Is
but
she
I
a
like
communist? Jeez.
no, I don't think so.
First off, I blame Andy Samberg and Chris Parnell. Talking about Mr. Pibb and Red Vines, two like inferior snacks and drinks combined.
Mr. Pibb, but I don't drink Dr. Pepper either, so
Yeah.
not really.
It does
So let
not
us know in
equal
the
crazy
comments.
delicious. Yeah.
What is your favorite movie theater snack? There you go. That's what we want to know. Matt likes Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces.
His preferred. We were discussing how
Reese's Pieces.
there was this whole thing about me singing Heartlight, and and then we got into an ET discussion, and how the movie was supposed to be M&Ms, and they said no, and so they went to Reese's Pieces, and it was a big mistake for the M&M company because Reese's made a lot of money after ET. So just saying, sometimes you got to watch it. I think Hulk Hogan turned down the George Foreman grill, which is probably because it didn't have his name on it. Had somebody else's. So. I wonder how many people think George Foreman made that grill.
Yeah, he's just in there in the factory, just like putting them together. All right, we got another one done. You guys want it? Like, man, you got to speed up the process. These are taking forever. Just one guy making the.
No, they offered it to Hulk Hogan as a sponsorship deal first, and he turned it down. And then later, he went to sponsor like the Hulk Hogan sealing machine. So it didn't work.
I'm probably guessing it's because that whenever you close the lid, it wouldn't like sear the words Hulkamania into the meat that you're cooking. So.
I'm going to leave things alone and not venture into where I wanted to go with some of it. Oh man, I don't know. Hulk Hogan's skin kind of looked like
beef jerky.
Beef jerky. So maybe food dehydrator made more sense. I don't know. Hey, we're not here to talk about skin defects
or dead wrestlers, or
we are here to
dead
talk
boxers.
about dead boxers. Yeah, we are here to talk about some scary clips, and we got a couple of them. We have 3, but 2 are mine and from the same person, and I wanted to highlight that for a reason, which we'll get into here in a minute. If you have not watched last week's video, it is up. Please go watch it.
Yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Matt,
go watch
Matt
it.
actually calls himself out in the edit of the video, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Enough. But, we've been talking a lot about it, and it's been getting harder and harder for me. Like, doing this show, and I don't want to say it's doing this show so much as the way the world has turned, and I'm a lot more skeptical of videos and that I see these days. So I've been trying to really look for and highlight things that to me seem a little more legit. That's kind of what I've got for this week's episode as well, is something that feels pretty legitimate to me, but we'll leave it up to you guys. Here in a couple of weeks, we talked about it. I've got like a slew of kind of good, like what feels like really legit Bigfoot evidence, and some of it's stuff we've actually talked about on the show, but I found out more stuff about it. So we're going to do a Bigfoot episode here in a couple of weeks. That's just highlights. I know we do a lot of Bigfoot ones. I think you guys like them though.
Yeah.
So
same too.
But the next one, the one I'm talking about, is going to be really fun and really interesting. And there's going to be a lot of really just awesome Bigfoot that just some of the best, because everybody always complains, how come we can't get any good footage? Well, we have. That's just it. In the last couple of years, there have actually been several really good videos captured. And I think that people just haven't highlighted it enough. And when you watch some of these, I was blown away by some of the ones I've seen, and I'm like, wow, that's actually really intense. So we're gonna do that in a couple weeks, I think.
Side note, I want to point out that Kinda Creepy is the only YouTube channel that comes with its own EVPs. So just
It's my stepson.
if you catch them, you know,
For those of
we
you
know what they're saying. So.
So he's not here all the time. He's with his father some of the times. With my stepson, I don't know if we've ever talked about it on this show directly.
I don't know.
I have an autistic stepson, so sometimes he gets he's upstairs, and I don't hear a lot that goes on up there, but you can hear him.
Yeah.
That's for sure. So this will be the only time we tell you what it is, and in the future you're just going to think it is the spirit
activity. Yeah.
Yeah. So
there's a lot of like wailing, and sounds like chains being dragged around like it's an old Victorian house.
No chains. We don't have him chained up, man. And I live in the suburbs, man, a cruddy little suburb. So yeah. So yeah, be looking forward to that. We're also going to be doing. We've been discussing it, doing some of these kind of debunked stuff with things that we all sort of believed were legit for a long time, and now things are starting to come out. We want to highlight a couple of those. So we'll take suggestions. If there's a big one out there, you're like, this one needs to be talked about, let us know. But we have some in mind, so be looking forward to those. But for this week, I don't know what Matt has. Mine is definitely a haunting video, a ghost video of sorts.
I surprisingly don't have a Bigfoot video this week.
Shocker.
And it's actually a viewer submission, surprisingly. So,
well, that's cool too. Always a big plus. Always a big plus when we get the viewer submissions.
And on top of that, it's local to me.
Well, the video is?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's actually in my house.
Not far from my house, actually.
Every time I walk in the door, this voice yells, "Get out!" And I haven't listened yet.
But yeah, no, we'll get more into it when we play my clip, but it was actually filmed less than 20 minutes away from my house. So
that's not a ghost. That's your wife yelling at you to get out. I don't know why. She's like, "Get out." Mine comes from the channel World Paranormal. Only spelled different. It's WRLD, World Paranormal. And the guy over there, Bobby, is his name. So Bobby's actually a paranormal researcher, ghost hunter, whatever. But his apartment is also haunted, and he lives there with his young daughter. Now, I don't know if he believes maybe he brought something home with him, things along those lines. Last week on our show, I brought up the fact that when a clip starts out right in the middle of stuff, like if it's the middle of the night and I hear a noise in my house, I rarely if ever, am going to hit record on my phone. If anything, I'm going to hit the flashlight on my phone, but I don't hit record. I said I always want the context before and after. I want to know why they started recording and what happened after the end of that clip. Like, why did it cut off there and we get no information? He actually does start recording when things start. And a lot of the videos on his channel, when he hits record, what you'll hear him say is like, so it's been pretty heavy the last few minutes. So we don't get all of it. When it starts up, he starts recording. And we kind of know that's what he's doing. So I really like these videos. They're not insane. It's not crazy stuff that goes on here. But this is the kind of stuff he experiences at his apartment on a regular. And see what you guys think. All right, we're going to go to the first clip here. There will be audio in this. Mainly what you're going to hear is a lot of like footsteps and walking around and things. So.
Do you hear the footsteps?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's just him and his daughter. They're sitting on the couch.
I like to point out that he paused the TV too. He's trying to isolate the sound.
I know y'all hear that, right? Do you hear it? You hear the footsteps?
Where's the steps? Are the steps over there?
It sounds like it's coming from over there.
It's over there. I guess it's a table. Uh-oh.
Uh-huh.
So
Uh-huh.
Oh,
I'll let
I
him
know you
talk.
saw that, right?
I just need to come with. Need to come with.
Jeez,
Now,
I
a
know
few
y'all
things
saw
about
that.
he says here
Need
it
to
like
come
walked
with.
toward it.
Has it come with work?
He basically says it walked towards the cup and then the cup falls off. Now you'll see him moving the camera that direction as
you
the
hear
cup
the
goes
footsteps?
anyway. It's because he's following the sound. He's following the sound with the
Yeah.
camera, and as the sound goes by that cup, the cup goes off. What's really intriguing to me, there's a couple of things. His daughter, first of all, this is how a kid acts, and it doesn't feel like the kid is acting at all to me.
Yeah.
So it
I know
doesn't feel
y'all
like the
hear
kid was
that, right?
coached to say anything or
Do
is
you hear it?
pretending. The kid
You hear the footsteps?
hears it too, very clearly. The second thing is the way the cup goes off this table it does not look like something yanks the cup or pulls the
It
cup or a
sounds like
string
it's
or
coming
anything.
from over there.
So if you watch, the camera will move in the same exact direction as the cup a half second before the cup.
Uh-huh.
And again, it's not because he thinks the cup's about to go off. He's ahead of the cup a little bit. He hears the thing walking and he's
I know
following.
you saw that, right?
Yeah.
I just need to come with. Need to come
See?
with.
Yeah.
Jeez, I know y'all
And
saw
the
that.
fact that he picks that cup up afterwards, we know there is no string or anything attached.
Come with.
The only
Does
thing
it come with
that I
work?
could think of practically that could have made that cup bounce off that table like that is some kind of air.
Yeah. Either
But we
air
see-
or like not necessarily a string attached to it, but maybe behind it pulling it.
Do you hear the footsteps?
And I'm just putting that out as a possibility of how, but I don't. This seems legitimate
focus
to
really
me.
heavy on the cup and watch how it comes off the table.
Yeah.
It doesn't get yanked up from the top. Also, when he sits it down, we can see there's no condensation. The table's not wet. It didn't slide on its own.
Yeah.
I know y'all hear that, right?
Now watch, he's going to start moving the camera
Do
in
you
that
hear it?
direction, and it's almost
You
like
hear the
he's going to
footsteps?
film the cup, but he's not. He hears the thing, and watch, he's ahead of it.
Yeah.
Steps.
He'll start moving ahead of the cup.
There's steps over there.
It sounds like it's coming from over there.
And the kid saying, "Are the steps over there?" Like,
Because of the table. Uh-oh.
Uh-huh.
it's very weird to me.
Yeah.
But now I want to
Uh-huh.
be very clear. There are multiple videos on his channel. Lots
I know
of
you
them.
saw
I
that, right?
literally just picked
Yeah.
two. The next one is the one that really gets me. I want to be very clear about this next video as well. He does have a daughter, but what you're going to hear, what's coming out, he will go in there. His daughter is not in the room. It's not his daughter that he's catching in this next video. So let's go into the next video. This one also has audio, very specific audio, and we will be quiet when that part comes up, but we play it a couple of times, so you'll be able to hear the audio isolated and turned up a little at the end. So
There we go.
again, I cut a
And
little bit off
again.
the front of this, but basically he says it's been very active today. You will also hear a TV in the background, but you're going to be listening for footsteps again.
Yeah. And I boosted the audio a little bit so we can hear.
Is there anything you need? You're real loud today. Hello? Do you need help? What the
A rolling ball is very effective.
What I want to say is right before the ball rolls out of
Hello?
that room, which he has a pretty clear shot into the room. You hear what sounds like, the floor creaking.
Yeah.
So he goes and checks. I mean, we see him look in these rooms.
Hello?
He turns the lights on. Now, no, he doesn't look behind the shower curtain, but there's clearly nothing there.
Was that you that rolled the ball?
Hear the floor creaking in there when he walks in there?
Mhm.
That's what we heard.
Just that weird, the sound of excitement and fear at the same time.
Can
Yeah.
you play it again?
Just,
Can you play it again? Can you play it a low key? Oh. See, this is where I draw the line, man, and y'all want me to be brave.
man.
Just feels like a legitimate reaction to me.
There we go.
We can play the highlight clips if you want. So let's go into
And
the
again.
highlighted clip. There's not the full clip, so
Oh. Oh.
you hear it sounds like the word
No,
maybe.
I'm
But it
lowering
kinda
that down. So here's what I'm going to do. In the edit, I'm going to, after you hear it enough, I'll put what we think and what he thinks is saying on screen. So
Yeah, it sounds like to
yeah,
me.
I don't want to do it before you hear it. So I'm doing it afterwards once you've
Fair.
established that. So
The only issue I take in it, so I'll kind of do my quick breakdown of this, like always, and I'll kind of hand it over to Matt, see what his thoughts on this are. He does say, "Do you need help?" And then it says "help" or what sounds like help to me. That's the only thing that I'm like could be a little like almost like he wants it to say, like I don't know, but
then he also says, "Nope, I'm not helping you."
So here's the thing. He has a pretty clear shot. To that room. It would be really hard for a person to duck in or out of there. The video does not cut. So when that ball rolls out, he gets up and walks in there. If somebody was hiding, you can tell nobody's behind the shower curtain. It's open enough that it would be really difficult. And also you would hear them, I would think, trying to get in and out. There is a closet in this kid's room, but as it pans across it, the closet looks pretty full. I don't know. I guess somebody could get in the closet.
You know what? Let me go back to the original clip now that you've said that.
The voice doesn't sound added afterward.
There we go.
It sounds.
I'll turn this down. I just want to see if there's anything in
look
front
on the
of
right. There's a clown doll.
Is it a clown or Raggedy Ann?
There are Raggedy Ann dolls, but there's also like a big clown or something that he has. I know because there's a video of its hand moving.
Wait, have we
Look,
have we
you
played
can
stuff from this guy before?
No, it's not the same clown.
Okay.
You can see all the way into that room.
Yeah.
I mean, right now you can see into that room. So yeah, he moves a little, and the shot's not as direct when the ball comes out, but when that ball comes out of the room, and we've seen in there, there's no shadows moving. See, that ball just comes out. There's nobody there to do it.
Yeah.
What I was saying too is you hear the floor creak right before the ball rolls out. When he walks in the room, it's the same kind of creaking sound.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where if this guy is faking this, he's doing a really good job. Now, I have not watched all his videos, and some of his videos are paranormal research, not at his place. You know, he actually does stuff other places, but
okay,
I don't know, man.
Now, real quick, when it goes over, is there stuff in front of the closet?
Oh, yeah,
I don't think there's any way anybody could
no
get
one
in
could
that
have gotten
closet.
in and out of there that fast. Yeah, there's
Stuff in front of it. Yeah.
And it's a little kid's bed. Nobody's under the bed.
Yeah.
Even a kid couldn't fit under that bed. And it never cuts. That's the other thing. It never cuts. And I don't know how you fake, like a string isn't going to fake a ball rolling. I don't know. Matt actually watched this with me yesterday, and I remember you saying, "Yeah, like goosebumps, man," when you hear the voice.
When you first hear the voice, and and he's trying to get it to do it a second time, and I'm expecting the piano to go off. I'm not expecting to hear help, and then the little table on top of the piano move. So,
which is also, adds to the validity of this is that it doesn't do what you expect it to do. It doesn't even do what he expects it to do. And his reactions, again, feel very natural. This is the kind of reaction I would expect. Like, I'm scared, but I'm not. I've dealt with this now for a while, so it still scares me. But like, I'm not like, you know, like, don't get me wrong. The video you showed last week, if I heard something running up the stairs at me, I would probably fall backwards and try to run too.
Yeah.
Because God, I don't know what's happening. I don't know. He just the videos I've seen from this channel seem legit. There's nothing overblown. We're not seeing crazy shit happen. We're seeing small things happen, and hearing small voices and footsteps that sound real. They don't sound like they were added in after the fact to me. They sound exactly like what I would expect them to sound like in that house at that time. So I don't know. It's intriguing to say the least. Again, it is World Paranormal. If you guys want to go over and check out some more of his videos, it's WRLD
I'll put it up
Paranormal.
on screen right over here too.
And that is on YouTube, and there are quite a few videos. But Matt, what do you think of the two that you've seen?
So the first one with the cup moving, anytime an object moves, especially like a light, like something that's not super heavy, object moves, it surprisingly, like, to move something like that, it would still take a lot of force to actually move.
It would be
if you were faking, I'm saying,
and
like,
there
you would
not
have
be a
to-
way of just knowing you did it.
Yeah, like
even a gust of wind would have moved other stuff.
Yeah, and not only that, if it was air, like if somebody had like a can of compressed air, you're going to hear psst as it's blowing it. Or even like just a low amount of like a fan that's strong enough to push it, you're going to hear the fan. You're going to hear all this other added noise that's going to be happening as a result. But that to me looked like something or somebody pushed it off. And since we don't see somebody push it off, it's something, in my opinion. So this one seems pretty legit to me. The table scooting on top of that piano, honestly, yesterday when you showed me this, I jumped. Was not expecting that to happen at all. It would have been cool, in my opinion, if the low key on the piano did play like he asked it to, but also it would make me go, well, of course he's going to want the low key to play. He's got it set up to do that. So,
right. The fact that it didn't do what he requested it to do and did something we weren't expecting. If the guy's faking it, he's very smart about how he's faking stuff. Like, very smart. And like I said, it is one thing for him to act to get a kid to say what you want them to say. It usually sounds like they've rehearsed it. And that kid to me is not doing that. The kid is just talking. Is just saying, like, when he's like, you hear the footsteps and it sounds like over there, like that's and there it does. It sounds like something walking around over there, and it's, I don't know. If we like to say, if they're faking it,
they're doing a good job,
really good job, and that's all I can ask. If you're gonna fake it well.
Yeah, do it right. Jeez.
Fake it well. Damn it, don't
put some time and effort into it. If you're gonna.
Also, it's a classic haunting we've got going on here. It's not nothing. We're not seeing.
You're not seeing.
Don't get me wrong. Some of those videos I love. I love the peeking around the corner. They're creepy. I love when you see there's like a real famous one, this guy supposedly, which maybe I will look for it at some point and talk about him. But he again, it's a guy in a place and he has a little daughter, and you're always seeing, like, there's one where the daughter's sitting like watching TV and there's a curio cabinet or something behind you. See these little hands like braiding her hair. When he walks in, they disappear. Or she's talking to somebody in her bedroom and he goes in and the blanket's over what looks like it, and when he pulls the blanket, there's nothing there. And I'm like, they're creepy.
Yeah.
But they seem too cinematic. Like, stuff like that in hauntings doesn't usually happen in real life.
I think you might be talking about my pantry ghost video that I brought very, very early on.
I was not, but
that one, as it goes on there. There is a definite, like, child underneath a blanket or something, and like there's a hand that reaches out from behind a dresser. But
so maybe it is the same person.
Could
I just didn't know.
Yeah. And the more that they filmed about that one, I mean, they put it all into a full-on documentary. maybe a documentary, maybe the real people. I'm not sure. So, yeah, that one we'll have to maybe touch on again at some point in time.
Simplicity to me though makes
Yeah.
it creepy. It's
Yeah.
You're not overdoing it. It's like when you go to watch a movie, and I won't go off on a big tangent here, but like, do you remember the movie The Haunting, which was like in the 90s, was like The Haunting of Hill House kind of thing, and Owen Wilson was in it, Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Wow.
And the movie was relatively creepy until at the end when CGI just starts happening.
There's like a bed that like reaches around and like tries to eat the person,
and then the ghost, the grandma,
angels on the insanely large fireplace.
All creepiness.
All
creepiness gets wiped out when that happens. Like, you've lost me now. But there's a movie from the 80s, which when people ask me, what do I consider a good scary movie? I like ghost movies. I think they're scary. Called The Changeling.
Yes.
And you never see a ghost in The Changeling.
Genuinely creepy. Yeah.
Yes, and there are a couple scenes in that every time I watch it, scary. The ball
going down the stairs, just like in the video we just talked about.
Scary as hell.
Yeah.
You hear stuff, you see real things moving, a wheelchair and the ball, but we never see a ghost like flying at anybody because that would take away. So, Matt, I have no idea what you have for us this week. I don't know if it's ghosts or goblins or aliens or obviously not Bigfoot, but
not Bigfoot.
I don't know what you got.
Yeah. So this was actually sent in by somebody that I've known for many years. I actually went to, I think, junior high and maybe a little bit of high school with her. And actually Connie ended up being friends with her as well, separately. Like, it's just a whole long story, but it's our friend Katie sent a video to Connie or tagged her in it or something. And yeah, this is a video of a doorbell camera filming a UFO or UAP, whatever you want to call it, filmed in Raytown, Missouri, which is very, very close to where I live. And this was filmed back on October 13th of 2022. It appears that it's going over a school that they were having like a parent-teacher conference night at. So there's, a bunch of people at the school, but this thing goes over, and the comments on this video are kind of crazy. A lot of people who witnessed it as well are in the comments talking about it. And we'll go over some of those because one of them I kind of want to highlight a little bit. So, this is my clip. And if you can't see it in the video,
holy crap.
Yeah. So I want to point something out to you as this video goes on. Notice the brake lights on the car that just drove by. And then you'll notice something else too. So it went behind a tree. Well, there's somebody walking in the bottom of the screen. You can't really see a ton of it, but
I see him.
There's someone walking there. All things that are pointed out in some of the comments. But then this is a little bit of a longer clip. There is music playing in the back of this. I just took it out because it didn't add anything to it. It was a silent audio.
I probably don't have an answer for it, but
maybe.
Well, doorbell cameras don't just continuously record. They tend to record when something causes them to record. And what is causing this doorbell camera to record?
I'm guessing it caught it as it was going by, and that's what triggered.
Yeah, but even then,
it's still going.
Your sensitivity would not. Okay.
Yeah. No, I hear what you're getting at. I really do.
In such a way that a car would set it off. I see people in the background, in the lighted area or something going on back there.
Yeah, it looks like, I think that might be a football field or something.
No, to the left. It looks like a doorway. There's something flashing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like somebody moving over there.
Yeah.
So there's.
So that could be like why it's still filming, but like I said, this goes on for a little bit.
But again, that would be way
something else happens, and I feel like I'm like leading up to it without it actually happening. There we go. Another angle from a different porch.
I was going to ask about that. Is if there is a secondary, anybody else caught it?
Yeah. And you see it like banking, like leaning to the
This
side.
is
and all
like
that.
the porch a little to their left, obviously.
Yeah. So it was caught by multiple. There's the person that I was telling you about running.
Yeah, clearly it's the same shot.
Yeah.
Or they staged it really well.
The same event. But like I said, there's a car that drives by early on as it's going. I'm curious if they were coming to a stop sign or if they saw that going overhead and kind of
Kind of
pumped the
wondering
brakes
if
a little
they're
bit to
shot
go,
at a
what the
stop
hell?
sign or a red light a little bit ahead of this.
Yeah.
Do we have any more, or is this,
That's
is
it.
this?
Yeah, that's it. You see just cars driving by. So I think there's like a lot of minor things that triggered
So
this to keep going, but the main thing
go back
was
to the
that going
beginning,
on.
the beginning of the clip, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I don't want to cut anything off, but okay, cool. So they are. One of the things we notice here is this is one security camera, and the second security camera is Xfinity, which is an actual a brand.
Yeah.
So that's kind of neat too. They're not the same, or at least they don't appear to be the same.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, so did nobody else catch this? Is this the only? So I like that we do switch
caught
to a second.
by multiple cameras. Yeah.
It's just a weird looking. The object looks so cinematic. Like that's the only thing. It looks very like,
Yeah.
And again, I'm not saying that. I'm curious what has caused these to start recording and keep recording. You set a sensitivity level, and usually you don't want it so far out that that car would trigger it, or else it'd be going off all night.
Yeah.
You want you want it to be within a couple of feet of your door or your driveway. So my question is, like, what caused these to start recording, and then they kept recording for this long? Usually they'll run for 30 seconds or whatever till. So I do appreciate that there is a second viewpoint. And then that second viewpoint, I'm curious, did we see the second car go by yet?
I don't know if you see a second car go by in the first clip, but in the second clip, I think
really, because I feel like in the second clip it goes by pretty quickly.
Yeah, there's one that goes from left to right. There's another one that goes right to left. So I think that's what you're talking about.
In the second clip, there are two that go right to left, I think.
Oh.
Maybe not, but I don't see the one that goes.
Yeah.
So we'll see the first one.
Yeah,
so
and I'm going to look at the car in this one.
There goes the
headlights.
object. Yeah, which also reflect into the driveway off something, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I was curious, we'll see the person run by, jog by or whatever, and then we see a car. There's the person. And then we see a car go from right to left. Did I just miss it in the first clip? The right to left car?
I don't know. Possibly.
So we have timing. No, I'm not actually like keeping time, but you can guesstimate how many seconds go by before. I'm not crazy. I know a car goes by. Because we were talking about there being a stop sign or something. There it goes. Okay. So my question is, did we see that car in the first clip?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I don't recall.
It's very interesting, man, especially the fact that it was caught on a second camera. Now, again, if I was real smart and I wanted to really trick people, like I could set it up, I guess, and be like, all right, it's me and Bobby. We're setting this up. All right, Bobby. Now you got to jog by again. And, like you could fake it.
It would take a lot. Yeah.
There'll be multiple things you have to set up. What would be the easiest thing to fake is if by some reason you managed to have this footage from both cameras and you added the UFO in to both. I don't know why you would have that, but what set them off. But I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know much about. I only know certain brands. Can you just hit record?
I don't
know.
Can
you just hit record? Because that would be a way. Like you and your buddy down next door, or a couple houses down, could both hit record at the same time. That way you capture all the same shit and add it in.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's possible. It seems like a lot of work, but
yeah. So, like I said, I went into the comments and I wanted to kind of highlight a couple of them. But keeping in mind this was from 2022, a couple things stand out to me that highlight this as being 100% legitimate. I know exactly where this took place. It's Raytown, Missouri, which is, again, like I said, not that far from my house.
I know where that's at.
We probably drove right through it actually when you were in town.
There goes the car.
Yeah. So this is apparently
no, excuse me. The first car was a 1999 Ford sedan hatchback. That one was clearly a 2001. Sorry. Sorry.
God. All right. So what I like to talk about, giving legitimacy, to clips like this, is when we know the who, what, where, when, all that. As much as we can. This has an exact day. Somebody has like a kind of a timestamp on it. There's somebody saying it was around 7:30 or so, which would make sense for parent-teacher conferences.
October. Yeah, and in October.
October 13th, 2022, outside of Raytown High School is what this is saying.
October would also make sense for having the lights on the football field, because
Correct.
October would be around homecoming season,
Yep.
which means they would more than likely be out there practicing or something.
Yep.
Sorry.
No, you're helping me on this one a lot. There's somebody who says, my kids go to high school there. That same night, 3 Black Hawk helicopters flew in that direction. I don't know if it was around the same time as this, but I went to the porch to see what the noise was, and I saw all 3 of them.
People, how do you know it was a Black Hawk helicopter?
Yeah.
You could just say 3 helicopters.
3 helicopters,
were in the air, on, and probably sound more legit than using the word Black Hawk helicopter when you have no idea if that's what it was or not. But I digress. Sorry.
No, you're right.
That's me nitpicking people.
There is people debating if, could it be birds?
It'd be a big ass bird.
They're saying it could be a flock of birds that are reflecting the light that's coming by, because what you're seeing is it doesn't seem to be 100% solid. So when it goes back through there
and does that arc when it flies through,
which is why I don't think it's birds.
It's not bird. It's not bird.
And then you got people saying go outside and ask crafts to show themselves, and they will. I'm sure. Okay, this is all. So I'm kind of reading these comments as we go, and I'm going to use my knowledge of the Kansas City area to confirm that this next one is correct. It says Raytown is a suburb of Kansas City, Missouri. For those who aren't familiar, 60 miles east of Raytown is a city called Knob Noster, which is the location of Whiteman Air Force Base. All true. Is it possible that this is some kind of top secret black project? No, I think they mean Black Ops project, but sure. Black project craft flying out of Whiteman. The strangest thing about it is how slow it appears to be moving, and also it appears to be
that throws me off. I don't think it's translucent. How slow it's moving at first threw me off, but it is not unusual for us to see videos of UFO type crafts that start off slow and then take off. And so maybe we're just not seeing that. Maybe we're just seeing the portion where it is going slow. I don't know that it seems translucent to me. I just think we're getting a lot of shadow and light that's making it look that way. It seems to almost be reflecting light, not casting light. And we're just getting periods of not periods, but portions of black to make it look translucent. I don't know if that makes sense or not. But the other thing I want to point out is if you look up in the sky, occasionally you'll see little twinkly flashes. And it covers those. I don't know.
Yeah, I was also going to point out that it doesn't have any of the red and blue or red and white lights that aircraft is required to have on it. So I would say that
we're going to go real crazy here. What if UFOs have the ability to go almost invisible, but it's reflecting light as it gets close?
That's that's a theory I've heard of a lot.
Now,
It's their cloaking technology that's literally just turning the outside of the craft almost into like a mirror.
yeah,
So it's it's reflecting things that are on the outside on the other side of it. So it looks like you're looking through it,
the
but it's not going
problem
to be
with
completely perfect.
would be how close it would have to. Like it would not be that close to the light. Like it's further up, I think, than we would think.
Yeah.
It's very intriguing. Like it may not be a UFO, but I'm sorry, it may not. It is definitely a UFO, unidentified flying object.
Yeah.
It may not be a
We don't know
space,
what it is.
but there is something. I feel like there is something there. Giant kite of some sort. I don't know, weather balloon. Which is always
Yeah, oh yeah. There's people in the comments saying, could this possibly be a balloon powered like drone?
could it?
So,
Yeah. I mean, I guess it could.
But there's a lot of people like pinpointing exact locations where they've seen other things in the area. And again, I will confirm that what they are saying, and this one is true. They say, meaning location wise, they said, I've seen something similar in a very close proximity to this. As a matter of fact, I know of 2 other people who have had sightings in the exact same location as mine near 350 Highway and Nolan Road. I could go to that intersection. Like I've been to that intersection many times. A few miles from there is a strange underground storage facility called Space Center Summit. Also true. The question of if we are alone has been answered. Now it's a matter of making contact. So
Yeah. You and I were talking about that the other day. It's like I don't even know if it's
skilled videographer. Dude, it's a doorbell cam. It's literally the tripod is a house.
I don't know if
this guy's stupid.
Like it's been pretty much confirmed, right?
Pretty much that
I
we've
mean,
been
over
visited
and over in the last couple of years that there are, and people just don't seem that up in arms about it. Like it's okay.
I
don't know whether
I think when
with
you
our owls, but
yeah, they keep pulling those up in the air. Just like, what is this thing? Tastes like beef. Oh my god, steaks are amazing. Barbecue. That's what's happening. It's just an alien barbecue has been happening for years. That's why they've been taking all the cows.
Beat up.
Yeah.
And that's
but
what
it is so low to the ground though. Like that's what's crazy.
Like I could even buy, okay, it's just a cloud that is picking up, that is reflecting until it starts to speed up a little, then it's clearly not a cloud anymore. It's very weird.
Yeah.
Very weird. Interesting clip though.
Yeah. Yeah. I like the fact that as I'm going through comments on it, it's just like people going, here's like dates, times, locations, things like that. And they're all, they're legit locations. They're legit places and very few of them are calling it out as fake.
Well, here's what I'm going to say about it, which is what I already kind of said. I don't know if it's a alien aircraft or something, but to me, there's something there. And now I'm just curious if it's alien, and if not, what is it? What did I just witness? If it like that to me is kind of the big, like, if somebody can give me a valid explanation like this, oh, it turns out it was this, I'd be like, oh, because that was messed up, man. We didn't know. But until I hear that, it's unidentified. We don't know what that is, but I think it seemed legit. I think it seems like something actually went in front of these cameras. If it would have just been one camera, I would have been like, I'm not buying it.
Yeah.
Because it looks almost like a movie. But the fact that there were 2 cameras, again, if you're faking this, you're being real smart. We're going to do 2 cameras, slightly different angles. Everything is going to match up, and we're going to make sure one of the cameras shows the different brand. That to me, right there, yep. That is smart.
That's very smart. Again,
so
if it's faked. And not only that, like you would have to add in reflections of things. You'd have to add in all kinds of stuff, like timing that car.
Well, you wouldn't. That's what I'm saying. The only way I think somebody could have conceivably pulled this off as a fake is if they hit record on both cameras, recorded this, like, we're getting 2 minutes on each camera, and then added that in after. That's the only way I could see anybody conceivably faking it. You did not film from one camera, then go film from another and try to time everything out. You would have never got that.
Yeah.
Because I promise you, Matt, I promise you that there are people that have timed it and said, okay, that person jogs after the car exactly 16 seconds later. That second car comes exactly 36 seconds. I promise you somebody has
Yep.
timed it on both of these. And so they would never get that timing down. Never.
Correct.
So conceivably, if they faked it, they shot the footage and added the craft in. And if they did that, they did it well.
Yeah.
Did it really well. So
Yeah.
just saying. I want to see one thing. Go back real quick once again to the first video. I'm nerding out right now. Or to the first clip.
Oh, this is all just one clip playing.
Or to the beginning,
Yeah.
I guess. Is all I mean. Can you like fast forward it into the second one now?
Maybe.
I'm looking at one specific thing to make sure. Go to the other clip. Now I know for 100% sure how to tell. I just caught something that won't change.
Real quick. For those of you who don't know, Matt edits these. So, me being Matt, I edit this. This is
Not
all one clip. So it's going to be a little
Yeah,
odd seeing some of
what we
these.
were just talking about might be cut out until
Yeah.
we get to a consensus here. You could probably cut some of that out. Sorry, he's just going
No,
back
you're
and
good.
forth for me.
So
Sorry,
No,
I'm
you're
being
fine.
anal and nitpicky.
All right, hang on 1 second.
Okay, so he's going to cut a lot of that out because I was really overanalyzing this because part of me was wondering,
Not wrong though.
were we the same camera? Were they just doing in a zoomed in shot? And for a minute, I was convinced that that's what had happened. But what we noticed, so just to cut from anybody who's wondering, this camera right here, if you look at the door under the like chimney stack, we are looking at it at an angle.
Yeah.
And this one is a lot more straight on.
And
Also-
since we're cutting out a bunch of stuff, I'm going to go ahead and say that what you're seeing now on screen is sped up at like a 2x speed.
Yeah.
So that's why everything looks a little bit faster than it was before. We were doing that
So-
for comparisons of everything.
So the angle
And
is
it also
different.
shows that
Different.
what you see in the sky is actually increasing in speed too. Because
Yeah.
when it's going at regular speed, you see it, but you can't quite tell. But in this one, when the video is actually sped up, and I'll put something on screen that shows that it's sped up, faster.
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
It's
you
pretty
see it actually
intriguing.
increase in speed. So
I think that you could definitely analyze it. I just spent
Mhm.
a long time making Matt go back and forth. You guys, we're gonna, like I said, we probably cut most of that out, so you guys don't have to listen to me say that.
possibly
click
even
there
the part where
There
I
it
kind of start griping about it.
See,
Yeah,
and
you see
there
how
you
it
go.
starts going
You
way
see-
faster.
From this side, you see more of the school from the door to the tree, and then from the direct angle, you don't. Also, there is a tree. I thought maybe this tree back here was the leaves I was seeing, but it's not. When you go to the other shot, it's slightly different angle. So it does appear to be two different cameras. So that does add some credence. So if anybody wants to take like this scene and then zoom it in to see how close it looks to the other one, but I'm telling you, that door is at a slightly different angle from this shot. So very intriguing, man. Fun one to question. Sometimes those are the most fun, is like, how much can we tear into this and figure out legitimately. So what I'm saying is, I just, with Matt, spent a few minutes trying to tear it down. I couldn't. Now, that doesn't mean, again, that the thing in the sky is real. I mean, it could be faked, but the shots appear to be.
Again, with it sped up, look how fast it does increase speed as it's going off. So
And I want to point something out. I hate to make you do it, but can just rewind to the beginning of this clip, just straight from the beginning. What I want you to watch is when it when it goes past the tree, look in the trees. You see it for a minute. If you were through the tree,
through the tree. Yeah.
There
it is. Yep.
That would be really tough to fake. Not impossible, but hard.
Yeah.
So that would probably require, like, I'm not an effects guy, but it seems like it would require a lot of rotoscoping and things that you just don't want to deal with. So
yeah.
I don't know. So very cool clip.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it.
So shout out to Katie for sending this one our way. So
if you guys
I know
have a
she's gonna be
clip,
watching.
If you guys have a clip, we've pretty much played most suggested clips on the show, including the one that Matt's mom cursed us with. We played it 3 times. It just we never could get it.
Ironically, I'm going to, since I'm sharing my screen with Jay, I'm going to move something over so that he sees it. I've highlighted some text, and I know you're going to see this. The viewers are not, but when you see it, you'll laugh. Right there. What word appears in the comments?
Got into a turkey in the news today.
They're referring to the country, by the way. So
I really want to let you guys know the turkey clip we've referred to that we've tried to put on the show 3 times, and every time we've had it's not like it's a cursed video. We actually know what it is.
Yeah.
It is a natural thing. It just looks weird. We found out after the first time we played. It's a cemetery, and there are a couple of turkeys running in circles around one particular tombstone. That's what it is.
So much that they've like worn through the snow that they are running through.
And we were like, wow, that's bizarre. That's bizarre. We played it the first time. There was a problem. We couldn't get that episode out. We played it a second time. Same deal. I think we tried a third time. What it actually is, though, is this is a real thing that turkeys do. We found out in doing the research. Birds are just weird. We've learned on this show. They will, especially in an area where they deem a threat. And it could be that a fox or something marked near that grave. And so that's what they do. And so it looks bizarre, but if you ever see turkeys running around something in circle, just know that there's a actual reason they do it. So, well, the best part of the video, though, was Matt played it, and then there was a version with like heavy metal music, and they're like, this is fun. But if you guys do have a suggested video, you can let us know. We will gladly talk about it here on the show. There are a couple ways to do it. Obviously, you can email us, which is, that's always a good and fine way. Nobody really uses that, as I've learned. Nobody ever emails us.
You should,
but
it's the easiest way.
It is. But the way they all seem to prefer to do it is through our social media, which you can do. I would say Facebook is by far our Facebook group is where most people send us clips, or there are Facebook messaging. But you can get us any of those ways as well, and let us know if you have a clip, and we will talk about it here on the show. Yeah. Like I said, be paying attention, because we're going to do kind of a deep dive Sasquatch video. Yes,
speaking of, we looked it up. Bob Gimlin is currently alive.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And we're going to do a deep dive into some of the best Sasquatch video in the last evidence in the last few years. And we're going to give some evidence that has been given on these videos, which makes it a big plus. Like Matt said, the more we know, the when, the where, the who, those things add credence when we can kind of go back. Who's been out to that site? That's what I was saying with the Todd Standing. How come he never walked over and picked up hair samples? How come he only films them doing one thing? In some of these videos, we're going to get some of those things that I asked about. We're going to get a little bit clearer shots. And we're going to do something we've not really ever done on this show. We're going to include a couple of photographs that trail cameras picked up that then scientists actually looked into to see the legitimacy. And a lot of these videos we're going to talk about, people have actually looked over the raw footage, so they know whether they were altered using like CGI and stuff. So that's pretty cool too. So,
and for the record, I don't know which episode or which videos he's going to be bringing. So
no, he will though, because I'll send you the videos ahead of time so you can kind of go over them too. But yeah, it's going to be a really good one. We thank all you guys for watching. We have a blast talking about this stuff. I know we overanalyze, but that's kind of what we turned into on this show. We overanalyze the shit out of everything.
And hey, while we're at it, let's shout this out. Check it out. New logo.
New Scully.
Scully's looking better.
He's maturing.
He got a glow up, as they would say.
Scully is maturing. is maturing. He's growing up. He's getting so big.
Our boy's getting so big. Look at him. He's just precious.
I do a show, guys. I do a show where I talk all about vintage toys. It's called Rewind Toys. Every Monday, an episode of that. It's kind of the history behind toys. And hopefully soon, Matt will be releasing a new show that will probably be right up the alley of this show, which will be called Twisted Toys, right? Twisted Toys is what you're going with?
That's what I think I'm going with, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of unboxing of bizarre stuff and him just talking about really weird or fun, creepy, interesting toys. So
one of them's off camera. So
I'll be looking forward to that as well. And I think that's all we got for you guys. We appreciate every one of you coming by. Until next week, when we talk to you once again, remember,
keep it creepy.
This is kind of creepy. Goosebumps rising up my spine. This is kind of creepy. Chills and thrills. The night is mine.